Gerbils.
Gerbil, gerbil, gerbil.
Will you let us know if you can hear us?
Here.
We're here.
Can you guys hear us okay? Everything going good?
Oh my god, I should turn my phone on more often. It's like vibrating off the wazoo right now. Oh, that would have been a good time. But
Oh, man.
Too bad we're in the middle of a show.
I know, right? Go to commercial. No, I'm kidding.
No. Commercial
For the
comes after
OnlyFans, huh?
All right,
Commercial
cool.
comes later.
So, welcome to We All Scream with the Horror Honeyz. With us today, we have Mia Mina, the undead ballerina.
And we also have Bathsheba, the honey of 1,000 creepy pastas, and animal whisperer.
Oh yeah,
And let's not.
all the time.
Hey baby, how you doing? And of course, let's not forget we have the delightful, delicious Dame Saturday.
Hello, my dead eyes. How's everybody doing? And last but not least, we have the magnificent Mary P.
Oh,
Yes,
hello.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Got a different kind of show today.
Oh,
It was
I cannot
scary
lie. I'm looking
paranormal.
for
It was
this.
scary porn, right? That's what it was. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's what I
scary
remember.
porn.
Scary porn.
Scary
Okay,
porn.
we're gonna discuss scary porn today.
No. You're being
good.
cooked with a hot dog. Why are you being cooked with a hot dog? Okay. We want to do more of these as well. We are going to invite you all to join us in chat. Oh my goodness, horror by numbers.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi, you.
We want you to join us in chat and discuss your paranormal experiences with us. And we do want you to also be a little understanding with us, because this is the second time we've had chat members with us. So yeah. If you have any fan art or cosplay pictures, remember to send them to our Gmail and
nudes. Yes.
Mary already talked to you about that.
Look, I really just need you guys to understand. This is important. Send nudes, okay?
I'm gonna have.
First,
Remember everything. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell to get more people in here. Do not make me explain it. How it works again, you guys. Click that like button, that big thumbs up below this video, and then right below that, there's a subscribe button, guys, and a bell. And make sure you smash the hell out of that bell to get notifications of when we go live.
and welcome.
Oh, we got ourselves a member. Woo.
Oh,
Yay!
hello.
Amazing. What the fuck?
Brewster.
Yes.
Oh, you're so cool, Brewster.
What the fuck?
That's Brewster. Or not Brewster. I want to say Ed, but I don't. Yeah, that's Ed. And the lurkers, make yourselves known.
Yes, please.
It
You
has been
can't
a long
hide from
time
us
since
today.
we've seen you, horror by numbers.
Oh, somebody gave us a dislike. How sweet.
Oh, we got a Roman approval mark.
Yes,
Mhm.
you did.
Yes.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
So
Oh, you're just being Cinderella about it. You really do like us. And you hate it.
It just means we're doing something right. It's fine. I'm okay with it.
Aw.
our question of the day: have you ever had a paranormal experience that you'd like to share with us? I think that's kind of obvious. That would be the question today. Before we get to that, let's see who's in the chat.
Oh, that rhymed. I liked it.
Oh, we got the evil outcast. So evil and vile.
Oh, evil.
And we've got the amazing what the fuck, obviously because he just became a member.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
And Horror by Numbers does all the calculations just right by arriving here. Thank you very much.
Lots of counting.
lots of counting, yes, lots of counting. Of course, there's let's see, have we got anybody? Yeah,
And also, don't forget Kenny Dreadful and the stereo.
yes,
They're very important.
Stereo and Soul Taker.
Has just
Oh,
arrived.
hello. Don't take my soul. Oh, wait, I don't have one.
Nah.
Wow, that's cute.
Oh, Warrior Princess.
I'm feeling
Dragon
saucy
Princess.
today, guys.
You're
I'm
right.
feeling so saucy.
You're feeling
saucy.
saucy today. Ah,
Ooh,
there it is.
Warrior Princess Dragon Kelchner's here.
She's
He's
lovely.
my shadow
That's
dragon.
Hello.
Yes, I'm dragon.
Yes, she is in the chat lurking.
Wait
Wait a minute. Anyway, rubber chicken menacing. Okay, that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no!
Flashbacks.
No!
Flashbacks.
Oh,
Oh
no.
goodness.
Oh no.
Oh, that's nice. My phone is up and running and I'm good to go.
All right, good. All right.
You seem a little happier after that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
So, dance. We got anybody else that wants to be recognized in there? Like I look on the little listy and it.
Oh, we have more Cinderays. We got 3 more. 4 of the Roman approvals. Oh, how
Wow.
sweet.
Oh, that's very nice, guys.
Aww.
Yippee-ki-yay,
You know, it's okay,
motherfucker.
though, because you guys still took the time to come over here and do that. So it's
Yeah.
actually, hey, you can go out of your way for us. That's totally fine. Doesn't change anything in our minds.
No. Oh, we got 4 more. 5 total. Good gracious.
Ooh.
Isn't that adorable?
You guys, that means we're doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dear haters, you just compliment us.
Yep. So, yeah, they don't understand that the thumbs down is counted as far as YouTube is concerned. The thumbs down is considered a thumbs up.
Because it's engagement. We
Yeah.
somehow still got you over to this channel to
Yeah.
Watch the video.
watch it and make a note on it. So that's a positive in their eyes.
And also, it's pretty funny. It's like you go out of your way to hate us, and in other words, but hey, you're still a fan.
Yeah.
Still counts because you're still giving us attention.
You love to
really
hate
did not like
us.
Like if you didn't really did like us, then you wouldn't take the time out to put the dislikes on here.
Mm-hmm.
And this seems like this would be a really good time to go ahead and do a commercial.
Yes.
Okay. We can do
Okay.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Bad dog.
Yes. 7 bad doggies.
Got 7 bad doggies. 7 bad doggies.
Yeah, 7. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You can hate the harpies apart. Thank you.
Hello, they say curiosity killed the cat, but thankfully for us, it led you to hit that join button.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Who are we? That's easy. I'm Kenny Dreadful, and my partner's Mysterio. And together, we form Dezombified, scary stories and good times.
You spoke French.
As enthusiasts of the macabre and bizarre, we cover stories that are unexplainable, unimaginable, paranormal, and otherworldly, in a style that's fun and laid back, and that's catered solely for mature audiences.
Yeah, boy.
And our community is everything to us. And that's why we love to promote creators from within our own genre.
Nice.
And it's all done through interviews, shout-outs, candid channel reviews, and more. But all work and no play makes Jack a very, very dull boy.
Here's Johnny.
So from time to time, we love to mix it up with hangouts, phone calls, interactive games, and even some sexy ASMR. Yeah, you like it? Well, then come get some. And joining is the gift that keeps on giving, because on top of that blissful and warm feeling you get deep down inside from becoming a Dezombified member, you'll also get with your paid subscription neat badges right next to your name, custom, criminally insane, off the charts emotes that you could use right in the chat. And on top of that, once a month, you'll receive some crazy off the hook gifts that truly bang out. So on top of the information, the entertainment, we also improve your health slightly through the magic of laughter. Hey, it's a no-brainer, so why don't you become a member today, baby?
No regrets, you know what I'm saying?
Feeling trapped and alone?
Tired of being sick and tired?
Then there's a place for you.
Hidden deep in the forest by a fresh lake, nestled by snow-capped mountains, is the commune. Enjoy life, surrounded by friends and nature.
A truly safe environment.
Albuquerque.
And when the sun goes down, we all get down and watch the sparks fly. Don't hesitate and send in your application today.
Open yourself for new experiences, imagery, sounds, and for me. Indulge in the best. You deserve it. I deserve it. We all deserve it at the commune. Albuquerque.
And we are back, I think. We're back. Are we
Yes,
back?
we're back.
We are back.
There you go.
Bathsheba.
Yeah.
What am
What?
I going to do with you?
What happened? What happened?
Get the fuck
Don't do it.
So, you know
Oh, okay.
what you did.
You know, I saw a meme earlier today when I was flipping through YouTube, and it had, from Pokemon, the Foxy, the Fox one. What's her name again? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Anyways. What?
Vulpix?
No. She's
Nine
kind of as
tails?
popular. No, it wasn't Nine Tails. I think she has two tails. I'm not sure. But regardless, it showed her sitting there, and her tail was on the ground, attached to a butt plug. And I'm like, oh,
Okay.
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 That explains a lot. Okay, so that's a thing. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I did not know. That is like that's apparently a Pokemon thing. I didn't know. Nobody told me this. Why didn't you guys tell me this? I've been like in the dark about this whole time. Anyways.
And thank you, the amazing what the fuck.
Yes.
Ooh, those are going to be adding up. You guys are going to have like a complete show. It's going to be nothing but spankings. You realize this, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. You got your talent going. Oh, yeah.
So,
totally Mysterio.
we
at the
had,
computer right now.
I can see her at the computer going, oh my goodness, no.
No, she's liking the idea. You can't even be like, nah.
Okay, so we
Bum 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 bum.
Bring me a dream.
Realities of perspective. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you.
You like that? They really like that.
Yes, they do.
love you. You're so sweet.
One of our mics is staticky. Is it mine?
I didn't do it. Did I do
That's
it?
weird.
Is it mine? Is it mine?
I don't know. Is mine?
Testing. 1, 2, 3, butt plug. Am I coming through clear? I'm just testing. No? Yes? Is it me? Am I
I'm just
staticky?
testing it out. I see how it feels. The basic.
What we want to do.
So, does anybody else have a paranormal experience in here from the Horror Honeyz?
Oh, I know that there's some in there. I know there is because somebody was talking about it. That's what inspired the show in the first place. And I know you guys have experiences. Would love to share with us. And by all means, we want you to do so today.
Yes, and I was talking before the show. We were talking, and Ben Sheba and I were discussing paranormal events in our lives.
Yes, we were.
And
trying to debunk them, and it did not go well.
No.
Well,
They
it's
don't
like,
being
so
debunked.
many
They take
years
it
later. So many years later, and you're like, okay, so yeah, that happened, and I tried to debunk it, and it was good for that time. But you know what? Now that I think about it, what was I thinking? No, that wasn't good enough. No. Lamp. I love lamp. Mia loves lamp. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sorry.
I love lamp.
okay, so I remember
Oh my gosh.
growing up, I tried to debunk what I guess was a paranormal.
It was certainly something paranormal. Yes.
By saying that it was a lamp.
Yes.
And I showed Bathsheba the lamps, and she's like, "No, that would not work."
That's a big nope. Nope. Don't look at a person unless people are running around like blockheads. That's not what you saw. That's not what you described to me.
There was a man that was in a top hat, and there was a man that was in a cowboy hat, and they were two different men because they had the distinguishing feature. I could tell the difference between them with their noses. Their noses were different. they never. It was never anything menacing. It was never anything. I never felt threatened by them or in danger or anything like that. But yeah, I tried to debunk it by saying it was the lamps. And when I got older and I'm looking at those lamps and I'm going, don't think that could have been the persons that I saw. They don't
Wow. Or the time I had to do an exorcism for Ben Sheba.
Oh,
Mm. That's right.
Ben Sheba had something in her attic, and I'm not even sure what that was.
I don't know either, but there was a lot of people in Discord when that happened, and it freaked me the hell out. You guys, I was trying so hard to disprove that, and then y'all started flashing. Creepy clown girl, you scared the living snot out of me when you showed me that blow up picture of what was looking back at me. That's all I have to say.
Oh God.
I know.
Or the second one I had to do for you when you were in the
When I'm in
bathroom.
the bathtub.
Yes, that one. That scared me too. I was scared for you.
I had no idea what was going on. You just sensed them, and I was like, "Wait, what?" Okay, you know, I'm
Dezombified Scooby and the gang accidentally shoot the cat 5 times. Oh my goodness, poor kitty.
Oh, not the kitty.
No, leave the kitty alone. 5 times. Okay, then I'm just pushing it. So, Mary, do you have any experiences?
I mean, so I am definitely a skeptic. I mean, I have a story, but I'm pretty sure that like it must have just been my brain or something like that did it. Because I'm always like, well, okay, let's think about this. But I'm always open to the idea. So when I was younger, I remember I was laying in my bed and I happened to wake up and had looked over at the door and there were 2 like big eyes staring back at me. And
Jesus.
yeah, so like when I went to go check, there was nobody there and my parents were all sleeping and everything. And so I'm assuming that it was just my eyes playing tricks on me because I was a kid. And that happens sometimes, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I have 2 experiences. Like, one is pretty freaky that involves a truck. And the second one is a bit personal. But it'll freak you out.
Well, if it's
on this part.
personal.
Okay, but don't worry, I'll be alright. But anyway, hi, Mutant.
Hey,
good to see you.
Mutant Artificial Intelligence.
Hello.
Okay.
Been a while.
All right, sit back and enjoy the ride. Okay. Okay. First of all, this all happened when I was 14. Well, 14-year-olds are unstable and all dramatic and very susceptible to things like this. So the first one that involved the truck was the time I nearly got hit. I told this one before, but I'll repeat it anyway.
Oh,
and this happened when it was the last day of school, and I was leaving the school, and I was going to the end of the street. And when I was walking there, I felt these 2 hands on my shoulders. And it was pretty strong too, and kind of light, so just light grasp of your shoulders, like somebody who's trying to get your attention. And I looked around and I said, okay, nobody's here. The nearest kid is like about 10 feet away from me. That didn't make any sense. Like, okay, maybe I hallucinated. And then I walked a few more paces closer to the street, and I felt the hands again. This time they actually pulled me back.
Oh.
But it was kind of a sudden violent jerk. And then I heard this man's voice whisper briefly, no, in my ear. Barking a command at me, no. And I said, okay. And I didn't make any sense of this one. And I decided to just stay right there. Because evidently he just did not want me to walk any further. And moments later, this truck came barreling down the road excuse me, and had this had part of the tire on the sidewalk. If I had walked any further, I would have gotten hit.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah, that scared the hell out of me. I keep
that
even
would be
whispered, thank you, whoever you are, for warning me.
That would have been terrifying.
I had a similar experience like that when I was coming down off of the hill. And
Yeah.
I felt, you know how if you are, coming on an intersection, or if it's like icy or something like that, where I don't know, I do this, I'll physically, throw my hand across the person in the passenger side if there's someone sitting next to me, just because, if I got to stop suddenly, it's just natural for me to like try to shield them. I had the exact same thing happen to me, but there was no one in the car. And I felt somebody, shield me, like they were outstretching their arm against my chest to stop me. And I was just like, okay, that was kind of weird, didn't think anything of it, until the vehicle pulled out in front of me on an icy patch of road. And if I had not slowed down and reacted to that hand that came across me at the time, I might have gotten hit on that, because it was the main highway.
And that goes to another thing that we were talking about. That I truly believe that our family members, their spirits come, and our friends as well, come and protect us. They give us, warnings the way that we need them at the time. Whether it's a dream, or it's a touch on the shoulder, or it's a whisper in your ear, whatever it is that you
broad
need.
daylight.
Yeah, broad daylight. And welcome, Baron von Pasta.
Baron von Pasta.
Should I tell my second one?
Yes, please.
Okay, this one seems too fantastic to believe. I assure you, I have nothing to do with this. This is the complete truth here. Again, this happened when I was 14, and my parents were not the best. They were very dysfunctional, to put it mildly, and very crappy. Mina knows all the details on that part. We won't get into it, but it led me to be suicidal. And I was about to do the deed, so to speak, my electrocution in the bathtub.
Oh my.
Yeah, I was that desperate. But I don't know, I just couldn't go through with it. Something changed my mind. I don't remember what it was, but it was right before my bedtime, so to speak. And when I went to bed, I had this dream that I was in a dark room, and there was this huge black guy I've never seen before, had this white skull painted on his face. He had he was shirtless, but he had bones painted on his body, and I saw his pants. And then he was sitting in a chair, kind of resting his jaw on top of his hand, and he had this look on his face, like where like when you're a parent or you're a babysitter, and your child that did something wrong, and they kind of like sighing and like shaking their head in an exasperated way. It's like, oh God, what the hell am I supposed to do with you? Kind of moment. That's the best way I can describe his mood and his mannerisms here. And he yelled at me like a father too, which is even more weird. I didn't know what the hell context it was. Like, he was yelling at me like I was his kid. And he yelled, "What the fuck were you thinking?" And like his eyes were red, and his voice was roaring, kind of thing, reverberating across the room. He was, oh my God, it scared the hell out of me. I have never met this stranger before yet. He's yelling at me like I'm his kid. I couldn't make any sense out of it. Like, why yell at me? Kind of moment. And for what reason? I mean, he really chastised me severely to the point of tears. And I got him to stop finally, and I said, "Why are you yelling at me?" And then he seemed to calm down a bit. His voice lowered down a few decibels, and he said, "I yell at you because I care." That really pulled at my heartstrings, and I said, "You care about me?" And he said, "Yes, you have a purpose to do in the real world, and you can't do it if you're dead, sweetie." That's what he said. Those were exact words, and it's like, I need you alive in order to do that. and I asked him, "What am I to do?" And it's like, "You'll figure it out. I can't tell you." And I couldn't help but cry a bit, and then he actually hugged me and comforted me like a father would. And I even thanked him for yelling at me, which is even better. And he said I was a good girl for listening to him. And he said, "Okay, I need you to wake up. You'll know who I am in a few years from now." "Why can't you tell me now?" I said, "You'll find out why." And then he told me to wake up, and I did. And I bolted upright, and I was waking up a cold sweat. And I was like wondering what the fuck just happened here. I couldn't make any sense of it, and it haunted me for a very long time. And years later, I happened to see this documentary on TV about voodoo. And they were talking about the lotus spirits, what the practices are, and it's like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And they happened to talk about Baron Samedi and showed what he looked like, and oh my God, I was so shocked when seeing his picture on the screen and describing what he is, and how he's depicted, especially with the bones painted on his body. And usually you seek him out, but in this case, he sought me out, and I never even got involved in voodoo at all. He chose me, and that shocked me even further, and I was actually very touched by it. I cried from happiness that something does care for me in that way, and I was glad he did. And yeah,
you know,
I understood why he did it, though.
Yeah, Samedi is he's not always the bad guy.
No, he's not. He's not.
No, and I know that personally.
But for him to reach out like he did, that
yes,
you apparently have work to do. You have work to do.
Yes. Yes,
you have a purpose. So
yes,
and he recognized that, and it was obviously something that was pretty significant. I mean,
yeah.
damn.
And I'm glad he yelled some sense into me.
Well, we are too.
Yeah, no kidding.
We wouldn't have you here.
Right.
No.
You help us out tremendously.
That would be horrible. Okay, I have to address this. Baron von Foster has made Amazing What the Fuck the Duke of South Africa.
Oh. Wow.
Wow,
Just
that's
like
quite
that.
honest.
I've never gotten a title like that. What the hell? God.
We're the Harpies of Horror. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He was
right.
proud.
Yes, I'm a scaly man bird. Okay. Woo.
Well, partly right, because I got wings.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. No, that's a phenomenal story though, Dane. I'm just I'm blown away on it. I've done my studies on, Baron Samedi and a few others in voodoo, and wow, I mean that's wow. Apparently he occasionally does this. Yeah, so I would definitely you're definitely been honored. You've been honored.
Yes.
By that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and
That's
that made me feel and appreciate life a lot better
oh yes.
because of that. And like for someone like that to tell you it's not your time yet, then you know you can take their word for it.
No kidding, right? That's
Yes.
like the dude at the crossroads, man. He's like, no,
Yeah.
it's not your time. Oh, okay.
No, we're not talking right now.
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, God.
Wow.
But yeah, his presence was actually comforting. I felt so much better when he hugged me. It
That's
really
great.
was.
That's
And not a single line nor a drop of alcohol was needed.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That is impressive.
Yes. I didn't
Very.
even know him. That was even the more stranger part.
Right? Oh, God.
Yes.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if I were in his position, you know, I would have yelled at me too.
Mia, don't you live in an active house as is right now, right?
Yeah. And like I was telling you, he started doing this, and I swear he started doing it after he saw Kinsley do it. We have and he wasn't here when we moved in. We have 4 cemeteries almost within walking distance.
Oh, wow.
And we have a 10-year-old little boy who likes to run around our house and be mischievous like a 10-year-old boy. And Kinsley comes up and she likes to tap me on the shoulder. Oh ma, I want to sit at the computer with you. And so she'll try to climb into the chair with me, and then what you doing? And she wants to see what I'm doing and everything. Well, every once in a while when I'm sitting here and there's nobody else in the room, I'll get tapped on the shoulder. And I turn my head and there's nobody there. I look both ways, there's nobody there. I look over at the bed and Maura's in bed sleeping, and I'm going, okay, I'm trying to get something done. Could you not do that? But yeah, he's not malicious or anything. He's just
Well, that's a relief.
he's just a mischievous little boy, and you know, I don't know why he's still here.
Well, I guess that all just depends on maybe the way he went, the reason why
Yeah.
he's still in limbo.
Yeah. And you know, I'm sure his parents are looking for him. But yeah, he's yeah, like being answers. But he's done other things, like he likes turning my light out next to the bed. And we debunked it at one point. We thought it was the plug that we have that's over there is a little touchy, and it does like to turn things off that are plugged into it if it's hit the wrong way. The only problem with that is we fixed it. But it hadn't done it in 6 months, 8 months, something like that. And Kinsley and I are sitting there on the bed watching a movie, and the light goes out. I turn the light back on. Light goes out again. I turn it back on. Light goes out again. I turn it back on. I'm like, could you stop? Light goes off again. Turn it back on.
Savage goes.
Kinsley goes, would you stop doing that? We're trying to do something here. Light goes off. I turn it back on. It doesn't go back off again.
Wow.
I'm like, who's turning the light off? She goes, the little boy.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh,
She could
children.
see- she could see him.
Yeah.
In other words, she could see him. You know, they say that kids oftentimes are able to see
They are.
things that we cannot.
They are. They're more sensitive. They are
Right.
much more sensitive, and you know, she's a special little girl. I'm just gonna put it that way right now. I'm hoping that she doesn't have a hard life because of how special she is.
Do you think she's like a little bit more than just perceptive, but actually maybe a sensitive?
I think
Psychic
that
abilities, possibly.
I think she's definitely an empath,
Okay. Ooh.
Wow.
and I think she might be. Yes,
Wow.
because she's very sensitive when somebody's upset, and
Mhm.
she likes to come up and like when I'm not feeling good, she'll come up and she'll put her hand on my shoulder and she'll pat me like I make it all better, you know.
Aww.
And
Aw.
she's always done that. I mean, when you give her a hug, she pats you when she gives you a hug. Hey, PA and Bony Platter
And Joker's demise.
and
Yes.
Joker's Mine. Who's Bony Platter?
I'm sure we'll find out.
That's interesting. I've not seen that name before. That's why I'm asking.
Hello, logo.
And then
Huepa!
Nightmare. Huepa. ¿Cómo está? But yeah, it's interesting. It's
Hey, Justin.
no, it wasn't that we finally noticed you here. We're telling paranormal experiences, and I know Dustin has some because he lives close to Gettysburg, and he's got stories about Gettysburg.
Oh,
That-
hey, Fear.
Hey,
Fear the Great
Beer.
White.
Everybody's showing up now.
You know,
So
considering Gettysburg, when you think about Gettysburg, I mean, God, just the bloodshed.
yeah,
So many people that were involved there. I mean, there was so much emotion to that Civil War, and Civil Wars are they're a different level.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
know, to know how, all of the activity that people have been picking up there, a lot of it is residual, though there's probably a few cases that are a little bit more intelligent, but, that's a place of disappointment when it comes to any type of paranormal anything, just look at the geology of the area. And I mean, it holds its own records in time. It really does. It really does.
yeah. Need water from the river Styx. Okay, Dane. So, anyone who wants to come and join us, let me put the link in there again. Want to share your paranormal experience? Join us.
I know there's people that were talking about stuff going on.
Yeah,
That's why
and
we got the show.
that's why we got the show. And like I said, please, there is a limit to how many people we can have in the meeting with us. So we're gonna rotate people as we need to, okay? Amazing what the fuck is at work, so can't. Aw, I'm sorry.
Well, I suppose I could probably tell my story.
You want to tell another one?
Sure. While we're waiting for somebody to come online, I know I probably mentioned it before, but I'll tell it again just because it's that. It was quite the experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if these were shadow people, and I don't know, but it seemed to me. I've never had too many paranormal experiences that were positive. Given that I had to get, well, I didn't have to, but one of my friends that I was talking to at the time when it was happening, Lorraine Warren actually got involved in my case, trying to get rid of these things. It must have been pretty significant. Okay, so this is when I was living in Washington State. I was living in an apartment complex. My ex-husband was in the military. He was serving active duty at the time, and I had my older son with me. I was joining paranormal groups, talking to people, and I have a friend down in Memphis that is a film producer, and also, he's had his own paranormal experiences and his own paranormal group as is. So when stuff started happening, I started talking to him about it. It started kind of weird. My husband was away for ASFF, social, I just drew a blank.
ACE training?
No, it's Special Forces training, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Army Special Forces training. Okay, there you go. Anyways,
Hi, Horror Goddess.
So he was out on training at the time, so I was home alone with my son. And I had gone to bed. I got into bed, and I was laying there. And the room is pretty pitch black. I mean, I usually try to keep it really dark because, when it's really dark, then you can't see anything. So you can't get freaked out and you can actually sleep, right? I guess not so much. I feel something that's kind of bumping the bed a little bit. And I'm laying on my side. So I open up my eyes, and right in front of my face is this dark, blacker than black. I can't explain it. I'm in a black room. How can I see anything darker than that when there's no light coming in the room? But I saw it blacker than black. This thing was right in my face. And of course, I got startled because, this thing is right in my face. And what does it do? It goes up it starts to scurry up into the wall and through the ceiling in the corner.
Oh, that's a big nope from me.
Right? Okay. So I'm just it's like it just went in reverse and dripped its way right back up into the wall or up to the ceiling. And I'm just like, what the hell was that? Okay. I flip on the light. I'm looking around the room. I'm just like, okay. So I turn the light back off and I lay back down. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to just ignore what just happened. I'm not going to show any fear because if it's what I think it is, it's going to feed off of me, and I don't want that. So I'm laying in bed, and then all of a sudden I feel this a predominant bump against the bed. We had a king-size bed up against the wall, right? So I feel this bump, like somebody had hit the bed. And I open up my eyes, and standing at the end of the bed is this huge black mass. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. It was like a blob. It was way bigger than the one that was in my face. It was like a small one and a large one. This thing was it was massive. And it was just standing there. Of course, I freaked out. I flipped the light on. It was gone. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be asleep tonight, obviously.
Wow.
So I talked to my friend about it. I'm just like, yeah, I had this weird experience. I don't know. It's like, well, you know what to do, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. So the next night comes and it happens again.
Oh.
I'm laying down in bed and I open up my eyes. I'm laying there. I'm opening up my eyes and here's this little thing right in my face. Not even a foot from my face. And the moment that I opened my eyes and I discovered it, of course, it scurries up the freaking wall again.
Cool.
I'm like, okay, no, I don't need this, I'm just trying trying so hard not to show any fear, anything, to feed these things to think, well, okay, this is just coincidence that it happened 2 times in a row. Okay, whatever. So I lay down, I close my eyes and try to fall back to sleep. And I feel the bump on the foot of the bed again. And, I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, no, I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to see it. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. Open my eyes. Sure enough, it's standing there, and it's bigger than it was the night before.
Oh my goodness.
I slapped the light on, and it's gone. And I'm just like, okay. So this starts happening probably about 4 nights in a row. And and each time the thing at the end of the bed seems to get bigger and is able to do more by
That's
the
the
end
scary
of that.
part to me.
Yeah.
That's the scary part to me is it was able to do more every time.
Exactly.
Yes.
And by that end time, I mean, by the 5th day or so, because I was trying so hard. I knew what I had to do. I needed to remove these things out of my house. I needed to do that. I needed to get rid of them. They don't belong here. But I was trying to just grin and bear it, I guess, if you want to say. I don't know. I've been through so much when I was growing up, with these things. And, that I just wanted to be the dominant for once. But this thing at the end of the bed, by the 5th night, when I saw it would always start with a little one, and you would scurry up the wall, and sure enough, that thing at the end of the bed this time, instead of just bumping the bed, he rammed the bed into the freaking wall, scared the living shit out of me. And I mean, this thing was almost touching the ceiling by this point. I mean, that's a king size bed, and
the first thought that comes to my mind when you say that
what?
is fuck that shit, I'm out. All right now.
Yeah. I'm out.
And the bed and stuff. I'm like, nope.
So I'm just like, okay, hell no, and I get up and I run to the computer, and I'm talking to my friend, down in Memphis or whatever, and he's like, okay, this has gone on way too long. This is getting serious. It's gaining momentum with you. He says, I have a number for you to call. And he's like, I have a very good friend in Connecticut. Her name is Lorraine Warren, and she has dealt with these types of things before. If you want me to, I can talk to her and find out what you need to do to be able to get rid of this thing, because obviously it is not leaving. And I'm like, oh my God, Lorraine Warren, I know her. You hear about her in several different cases. So he gave me her phone number, or their personal home phone number. And it's like, he had talked to her and told her about what was happening. And so he relayed a message back to me saying that you need to bless your house. You need to get this thing out. This is demonic. It is not going to go away anytime soon. You need to put your foot down and get rid of this thing, because, otherwise it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, and somebody might actually get hurt. Because if he can physically lift a king-size bed off the freaking floor and ram it into the wall, you need to get rid of this thing.
Yeah, so that would be a good idea.
So I'm like, I can't call her. I never did call her. I have her phone number still, but or she's passed on. God rest your soul. And but I just felt too awkward calling her. So we just played the middleman thing, relaying messages back and forth or whatever. And I knew what I had to be done. I should have done a long time ago. I agreed with her on that one. I didn't necessarily want it to go further than it had to. I didn't want to bother somebody who seemed important. So, okay. So I rebuked it. I went through and I blessed everything in the house to get that son of a bitch out of my house. The little one too, of course. Yeah. And after I'd done the blessing, it never showed back up. neither one did. Never had any problems with it. It was just gone. And Lorraine had told my friend to tell me that most likely what had happened was these things, whether it be demonic or whatever, may have actually hitched a ride on somebody because, you know, we were living in an apartment complex. So it's possible that somebody entered my home with one of these things attached to it. And because my husband was away, it knew that I was vulnerable and it was feeding off of me. And luckily my son didn't have any issues. They were just coming towards me. I don't know why they were coming for me. They were coming for me for some reason. Because they just assumed, I guess, that I was the weaker one because my husband wasn't there.
Well, there's also another thing, and we talked about this before the show, is Gunny has a special guardian angel.
Yes.
And what is great uncle?
Yes.
That's named after.
Yes.
And that could have been why they didn't mess with him, because he's got a protector there that's fairly strong.
Yeah, that was when I was pregnant. That was kind of a weird, you know, because okay, paranormal experiences, I've always had negative ones. There hasn't been a whole heck of a lot of positive ones for me. For some reason, I just attract bad things. I just attract bad things. Why? I don't know.
That's okay. I can protect you, man.
Thank you. Because obviously I need it because they're still doing it. They're still coming to my freaking house. But yeah, if they got
they're scared of me. I know that much.
Yes, they are. Yes. Good. I'm glad because I need something. But with that, I was pregnant with Gunny at the time, and we were discussing what we wanted to name him, and he wanted to name him after his great uncle, and I wanted to name him after the nurse that helped my father when he had his first heart attack, and had, you know, helped my dad from passing away, basically. I mean, when he went into cardiac arrest or whatever, he was the one that was there, and he just happened to have the same name. Now, the great uncle, I had met for maybe an hour. We had stopped by the house when we were visiting over in Iceland, and you know, so we stopped over at the house and visited him for a while. Never met him before. Like I said, it was only about an hour or so. Didn't say much, whatnot. But this was a few, I want to say a couple of years, at least a year and a half or so after he passed away. I ended up getting pregnant. So I'm laying in bed, and I open my eyes, and before me is standing this man. He is illuminated. He's illuminated. I'm not real bright, but it's almost like, you know, not really transparent, but it wasn't like a full-on bright, but I could see him very clearly. Okay. This man, he was an older gentleman. He had white hair, kind of balding, a little portly. He had suspenders on, khaki pants, and a pair of glasses or whatever, and he just stood there looking at me. I mean, I got startled the first time I saw him, but I didn't feel like there was anything threatening coming off of him. He just stood there looking at me and just kind of dissipated. Okay, that was really weird. What the hell was that? So I mentioned it to my ex at the time, and I gave him the description of the person, and he's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "What?" He's like, he goes down and come with me. So he takes me downstairs, goes to his computer, and he pulls up the photo. He's like, "Did he look like this?" And I'm looking at this picture, and I'm like, kind of, but he had suspenders and a pair of glasses on. I said, "So I can't definitively tell you if that's him or not. I couldn't tell you that." It wasn't too much later that his mother, my ex's mother, had sent a picture to us and I still have this picture from a photo album, physical picture, thank you, in a little corn purse. And she had given it to me when Gunny was born. And she, you know, when I opened it up, I looked at it, and I about peed myself. I was like, oh my God, that's him. Here he was.
Wow.
In a blue shirt, khaki pants, pair of suspenders, and was wearing glasses with the white hair, slightly balding. And it was I was in a state of shock. Okay, so I only met this person for so long. I'm like, why is he showing himself to me? Okay, I only met him once, and I think I may have talked to him maybe once, but you know, as far as, you know, who he was and what he looked like, you know, I didn't really have that much of a memory because I've met a lot. He's got a huge family, so I met a lot of people over in Iceland. But why would he be showing himself to me? I never understood it. And his mother, she mentioned, she says, well, I think what it was is possibly he ended up showing himself to you while you were pregnant because you were naming your son in honor of him, a part of the family, even though you are not a blood relative. The fact that you want to take on his name, he wanted to show approval to you. That he was honored that you took the time and agreed upon, I guess, being able to pass on his name, you know, to our son. I'm like,
Wow.
okay.
So I guess it's like a thank you card from beyond the grave, right?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, I never saw him again, and it was just really strange how it happened like that. Really strange. And I just, you know, I guess that's all it was. I mean, because I can't think of any other reason why, you know, because I'm not, you know, it's me. I mean, I'm not like, why would anyone who had barely known me come visit me after the dead? I mean, you know, I felt kind of awkward saying something or claiming it, but dear God dang, that picture, I can't get that out of my head. It was
You're just
exactly
that
him.
special. We all know that you're just that special, BB. Anyone can visit you, even the dead. So there you go.
But you know, I felt honored myself, you know, that, you know, he came to me like that, because it was just, I can't think of anyone else who it would have been. No reason for it. There was just nothing. It was just showed up, looked at me, and just left. That was it.
Yeah, I think he was giving his approval.
Yeah.
You were giving him a namesake, and he was saying thank you. And in a way, he was letting you know that not only did he approve, he was going to keep an eye on your little one.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's all good and fun and dandy for me, because
Yes.
definitely needs it now.
Yeah. So, anybody want to come and talk to us?
Yes.
What's your story?
Yeah, Dezombified, please share the number.
Well, I'm going to put it up there again. Nobody's taking it. Nobody's taking it. And PA has to go work. He actually has to go do work at work. He said, "Amazing, yeah."
Look, who does that?
Really?
I do.
Oh.
I enjoy my job.
Mary says she does, but I don't know.
Oh, Patches.
What?
Nice.
Nope.
Yes.
Patches? I take you to work with me too. You enjoy
Patches.
when I trim reaper.
Does Patches have any? Hey, Patches. I know that
Yes.
you've had a paranormal experience, haven't you? Besides you being paranormal.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, well, I mean, I'm technically paranormal.
I would say you're para-abnormal.
I'm
I like.
But we love you that way.
Oh, yay.
Yes, we like you that way.
Yeah, I haven't had any paranormal experiences, so to speak. I mean, unless you count like random, like I think of a package I want and it randomly shows up. That's pretty cool.
Oh wow.
I don't. Mary says that's called mail though, but I don't know if I believe her.
Oh.
I mean, granted, I tell her what I want and it comes, so maybe I should believe her. I don't know.
Ooh.
Other than that, I don't think I've had a paranormal experience. So why? Why don't they want to give me one?
Maybe there's
'Cause you
maybe
scare them
they're
off.
scared. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Well, and it's the
They're
same
scared too.
thing. Like with me, it's. I'm a skeptic believer. I will sit there and I will well, like I did with the lamps.
Yeah.
I tried to debunk that with the lamps. You know, it's the lamps, the shadow. It's just my imagination of the lamp shadow.
Mhm.
You know, not anything scary, and I didn't feel anything scary from them either. Let that be known. I there was no scary emotion coming off of them. They didn't scare me. Horror Goddess
Right.
has joined us.
Hello. Welcome. Nice to meet
Hey.
you.
Hello. How are you today? You're muted, honey.
Can't hear you.
Unmute yourself.
Please
Unmute yourself.
unmute.
It's a button
Click on the mic.
like on the screen. If you scroll
Yeah.
onto the screen, it'll show you. Whoop.
Mm.
We lost him.
Oh no.
You're crawling under my bed tonight.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay. That would be
Oh,
interesting considering nobody could get under my bed.
You say that now.
No.
She has
I
salt around her bed.
Gothic Rose is here.
Hi,
We're the
Gothic Rose.
vampires. Hello.
Are you holding Raven?
Mm.
You got to say hi to Raven. She's so
Raven.
beautiful. If you guys
Oh,
have
I know
seen her
her.
baby, she is so gorgeous.
Hmm.
Okay, Horror Goddess, if you scroll over the screen where you've got it on, it'll come up and it'll have the mic and a little telephone and a camera.
Yeah.
The microphone is muted right now, so you need to
Yes.
click it on.
You have to click on the mic.
Oh, okay, that was stupid.
Yay!
Okay, now we
Yay.
can hear you.
Hear
What an idiot, we'll try and work off her.
You're holding her right now. Oh,
Story of my life, though. Honestly, I do that so much. I'm like, wait, what? Why
Yes.
can't I get this to work?
So I
You can
have
see
to
and hear me now.
say,
Yes.
yes, we can.
Perfectly.
Okay.
Now I've been over to England and London area and whatnot, and there is so much history and so many haunted places. The stories that come from there are just phenomenal. I would crap my pants. Seriously, if I experienced any of them, I would crap my pants. So
Oh
I
yeah,
can
we do have a lot. Like we have the ghost of like Anne Boleyn apparently, and Mary and all that, and there's meant to be giant hounds in places and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh wow! Now, do they haunt the Tower of London? One of them does, doesn't it?
Apparently there's about 10 ghosts in there, but I've been and I didn't see anything.
Right,
Now,
I've been there. Good.
I've heard
Glad
that
I didn't see
Anne
them.
Boleyn has about 4 or 5 places that she likes to go.
Yeah, looking for her
she's
head
been
apparently.
Yes.
She's been seen at the tower. She's been seen at one of her favorite houses.
Yeah.
She's been seen in the house that she grew up in.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of places that she shows up from what I understand. Gothic
Oh
has
yeah,
got Raven
I've been.
in her
I've just never
arm.
seen anything.
Hmm.
Joker's
So-
demise wants to join as well.
Yes.
Yay! And Joker,
Right.
you're muted too.
I
Yeah,
don't turn the
that's
volume up.
right.
It's really quiet.
Yeah.
So you've had a paranormal experience? Something weird that happened to you?
Horror Honey?
Or guys?
Horror,
Yes.
horror guys.
Goddess.
Work on your mic. Okay, got it.
Has he got it?
Yes, he's got it.
Yes. We can hear
Oh,
you.
there he is. Hey.
Hello.
It's Mr. J.
Hi.
Hello there, boys and girls.
Hey, how's our
Yeah.
good devil clown doing?
I bet what the fuck I bet because yeah, I've seen videos of the Cape Town, South Africa castle. Those are wow.
I am not the paranormal experience. How dare you?
So horror guys,
Don't be such a puss.
What was the question, dear?
can you tell us about your paranormal experience?
Well,
One or two?
unfortunately, I've only had a couple. I've had like 2.
Oh. Yeah, still, that's more than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One involved a Ouija board.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I was
God.
like 15 at the
Longer
time.
Oh, you were older than I was. I mean, what?
Well, let's not go there.
I was 21 when I had my first Ouija board experience. That was no, wait, no, it was younger than that. It was closer to 18.
I was 8 years old, actually. I was just a child when that happened.
It did not end well. We'll just say it did not end well at all.
I've never messed with a Ouija board.
Never do it.
I've
Don't
never
do it.
actually messed with a Ouija board, but I had a dream about a Ouija board.
Oh.
Oh, okay,
Is
that's
it
weird.
calling to you? It's calling to
Wow.
you.
Well, and that's the one I said was I dreamed about. I was between 3 and 5, somewhere in that. I don't know when. I can't remember how old I was, honestly.
Okay, so were you with some friends, or was it just you that was trying something, or?
It was me and my friend, and his
cool.
sister was really into it, and we were playing about with it. And for about a week, his dad started having like nightmares, and he'd wake up with like claw scratches on his back.
Oi.
And one night, I opened the hallway door to go to the bathroom, and there was this thing. I don't know what you'd call it, but it was like made out of dust.
Oh.
In like the
Okay.
shape of a man, and it stood there in the hallway.
Oh my God.
Oh.
And I just took one look at it, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to piss, and just went back in the room.
Oh my God.
Fuck this.
Wow. Okay, I'm going elsewhere. Thank you.
I'm finished.
But yeah, it lingered about in the house for about 2 weeks before it finally disappeared.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, I went out there, I took one look, I was like, nope.
Now,
Yep.
did it feel threatening to you?
It did. It looked to me like, if you come out here, I'm gonna like do something very bad. You know, I just looked at it. It looked to me, and I was like, no, I'm good.
Oh my God.
Damn.
And
Do you think it just escaped, or did you guys close the portal or close the board properly? Or do you
I did.
think that's
I shut the door, and it did seem to leave us alone. But every now and then, we like heard like a scratching. It was like,
Oh,
no,
wow.
we didn't go out for the rest of the night.
Oh boy.
You can close the door, but sometimes they don't like to stay on the other side.
Well, it sounds like it might have just came through, and when it was open and just refused to leave.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Maybe,
to
yeah,
us.
maybe it was just curious or whatever. I don't know.
I guess just wanted to tell you
have.
some more.
And I have one more. I have one more. That's it.
Okay.
Sure.
Sorry, the sound on this is really awful. I came home from the pub, and I wanted to use my friend's bathroom, and I'd never been in her house before. And the whole time I was in there, it was like literally freezing. I mean, like icy cold breath.
Mhm.
And it felt like someone was in there watching me. And then I turn around to leave, and there's like an old woman in the bathroom.
Ah!
Okay. Something out of The
pretty
Shining
much.
right there.
I was like, okay, and I left, and I said to her about it, and she was like, oh yeah, my bathroom is kind of haunted, and it's like,
your bathroom is
you
haunted.
could have told me that before, and I would have like gone home and gone to stare.
You could have
Oh
told
my
me your
God.
bathroom was haunted before I went up there.
Yeah, I have been back to the house, but I have never used the toilet again. Not since then.
Oh, wow.
It's
So
like, no, I will
was
go
it-
in the garden. I will go in the garden and cock my leg like a dog.
Oh,
Damn.
Bitch, I am
So-
not going in there.
So this old lady, was she transparent, or was she like a physical
No,
solid being?
she looked like a genuine lady. I thought it was like a grandma,
Oh.
like a grandma had wandered in or something. It was like watching me piss.
Wow.
I
Oh
don't
my
know which
God.
would be
That
more
is
scary.
creepy right there.
It was a bit, yeah, but it was just more kind of weird because it felt like something was there, but nothing was there. And then I looked, and there was an old lady there. And it was like, why are you
Did
watching me
she-
pay?
Did she have any backstory or anything for the lady? Did she have any?
Apparently,
or
she
just-
used to live there, and she died in the bath or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, that's sad. Actually, that's really sad.
It is kind of, yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm presuming she didn't actually want to die in the bathtub.
No,
Probably
I'm
not. No, it's not a good way to go, is it?
No, I can't imagine anybody. No.
No, but it's the first time I'd been in there. Maybe she was just like curious. She was like, who's this new person?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially
Yeah,
if
that's
you
it, then
catch her
my
right
only
on the
two experiences
toilet. That
I've
was
had,
even more awkward.
Oh my goodness.
Well, she used to live there. She probably was wondering who was, was in her bathroom.
Yeah, she's probably like,
Who the hell
who's
are
this
you?
weirdo using my bathroom?
Who the hell are you in my bathroom?
Yeah.
That is creepy as hell. I don't know.
Damn.
I don't. I mean, I've had some
I-
scary experiences, but damn it. Why do people gotta do shit like that? They gotta show up all dead and shit when you're doing something most
Yeah.
private. I mean, I
I
could
don't
be
know.
sitting on the toilet taking a crap, and then grandma decides to show up. What the hell am I
Yeah,
supposed to say or do?
luckily I wasn't,
I don't
because that
know.
would have been really awkward.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a form of porn for them, but it's for free. So they
Oh,
get that.
we're getting into fetishes. Oh my god, no.
I was like, who knows? Go
no,
see
no.
have fetishes, and they
I
said
would
for
have
him in
and
the
ran. I wouldn't have
weirdest
bothered
of
to whack
ways.
or nothing.
So
You know,
they
it
can
makes
get
me.
out of it.
That makes me think of that movie, The Others. You guys seen that movie? With
It
Kim-
also makes me think of High Spirits.
Yeah. Yeah. that one was
It's
pretty-
like, who's the ghost in
pretty
this?
funny,
Perhaps
The
she's
Others, that's
in
Nicole
her
Kidman,
real
isn't
dimension. Yeah, yep. Nicole
With the little
Kidman.
children.
Right.
So,
when-
my Lord.
yeah, it's like
So
a
the-
role reversal game. That's a phenomenal movie. I love it. But God, what if it was like that? She's like, who the hell is pissing in my toilet, and why are you transparent? You are in the
Okay.
wrong dimension, boy. Go somewhere else.
No.
And the
Oh,
So who wants to hear from our devil clown?
Yes.
Devil
Yeah, it's from the
clown.
Joker.
Who's that?
You.
Who's that? No, I'm not
You.
saying there's people here. Calm down. Yeah, I have
okay.
a puppy who's excited because I said, who's here? And he thinks someone's at the door.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay, EO.
cute.
EO. Evil, have a good day, and we'll talk to you later, honey. Be safe.
Laptop
What should you cook,
Be
Abby?
careful.
So you
I
have
tell you,
a
what the
paranormal
fuck
experience.
My
wants me to
precious
say,
baby boy.
Joker? What the fuck wants you to say gerbils so bad? I
Yes.
don't understand. What is it with the Joker saying gerbils?
I don't know.
He wants me to declare war on Canada. I'm not doing that. Lord have mercy. I said, these people, so many
I don't
that had
know.
list, so little time.
So many people so little time.
Yes.
I've never heard a good story about gerbils. I'm sorry. Anytime gerbils comes to any type of social media, it's usually a bad thing. Very bad thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just saying.
Yes,
See,
it
Very
is.
bad.
He wants me to declare war on Canada. It's not happening,
he
what
just
the
said
fuck? It's not happening. Alright, ladies, so you want to hear some creepy stories from the Joker,
Oh yes,
do
please
you?
indulge us.
Oh yeah.
I've got two that stand out in my mind. The first one, when I was 17 years old, me and my family had gone on vacation to Red River, New Mexico to go snow skiing and snowboarding. Let's see. I went with my younger, older stepbrother. I've got two stepbrothers. One is the youngest, which is the one I'm talking about. I went with him early in the morning to go snow skiing. And he had the bright idea to take me all the way up to the Black Diamond Slope and then proceed to just leave me there and expect me to make it down the mountain on my own.
Oh my. That's not a fun
So,
story.
me being the badass person that I am, yes, butter me up more, praise me. I'm kidding. Me being the person that I was determined to make it down on my own. So, for those of you who have ever been snow skiing, when you are going through the training that they teach you the whole French fries and pizza wedge technique. French fries
Oh
to go
god, why do you have
fast,
to make me hungry?
pizza wedge to go down.
I want to read the out.
Pizza and French fries. I'm sorry. So French fries go faster, and pizza wedge to slow yourself down. So keeping that in mind, I am going down the mountain, and I am way up at the very top. And I'm going down, and I'm realizing that I'm picking up a tremendous amount of speed. So I put on the pizza wedge, and I start slowing down. And all of a sudden, it feels like somebody had just shoved me forward, and I am now flying down the side of the mountain, going faster and faster. And my brain kicks in, and it's like, okay, pizza wedge. Okay, so I throw on the pizza wedge. Pizza wedge is not working. Okay, next best thing. Throw yourself on your side and dig your skis down so it'll catch in the snow. Try to slow yourself down that way. That's not working. Now, being 16 years old and flying down the mountain, trying everything that you could try to slow yourself down, and it's not working. And what do I see in front of me? About maybe 300 to 400 in front of me. The edge of the mountain. Now I am flying down on my side, barreling towards the edge of the mountain. Once I hit that edge, I'm dead, because that is over 1,000 feet of a drop straight down onto trees.
That would be my luck.
And this was two paranormal experiences in one, and I'll explain it to you here in a minute. So I managed to get myself back up on the skis. I'm standing straight up now, and I'm doing everything that I can. I'm trying to grab at twigs and trying to grab at trees and trying to grab at bushes to see if I can get myself to stop. And there's nothing around me. And then the next thing I know, it feels like something grabbed the hood of my snow jacket and just yanked me backwards and stops me still. I am completely still, about maybe 150 feet from the edge of the mountain.
Oh my God.
That's a
Wow.
little too close.
So people who are skiing were watching this happen, and they flagged down one of those people on the jet ski, the Blue Cross First Cross people, you know, the guys in red, and they flag one of them down, and they point over to me and tell them that I need their help. And so they come over to me. I had severely bruised my left ankle by, you know, because when I fell on my side and tried to dig my skis down into the dirt, I must have twisted my ankle at some point. And my neck hurts from the whiplash of being yanked backwards. So we get down the mountain. They jet ski me down the mountain, and I go back to the lodge. My parents are called. You know, everybody is, you know, worrying over me. Oh my God, my poor baby, are you okay? And they're like, I'm fine, Mom. It's okay. I'm good. I'm 16.
Okay, Mom.
I'm 16. Get away from me. Get away from me.
Back up, Mom. I'm fine. Don't embarrass me.
Back up. Mom. My friends are watching. Oh! And so get down to the lodge. I go to my room, and easy now, ladies. I'm going to strip in this story. So down, girls.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a reenactment. We're gonna need to actually bring it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're gonna have to DM me for that one, because this is YouTube, honey. That ain't gonna swing. You can DM me though. Anyway, so I get down. I go to my room. I go to my room and I strip, and I'm about to jump in the shower because I'm just frozen down to the bone. I'm just so cold. So I was gonna take a hot shower, and so, you know, I strip and I'm walking towards the shower, and I happen to look to my right into the mirror, and I kid you not, I'm not joking, I'm not lying. I look in the mirror, and in the center of my back is a bruise in the shape of a palm.
Oh my God.
Wow. Wow, that is proof.
Like something come up behind me and just shoved me forward. And so I take my shower and I get out, I get dressed, and, you know, with that in mind, I decide to go over and look at my ski jacket to see if maybe, you know, maybe I got snagged on something. The same thing.
Wow.
There are 5 distinct holes in the hood of my jacket, as if somebody grabbed my jacket and just slammed backwards.
Wow.
So I believe that me being shoved was some kind of demonic spirit that was hovering around me and wanted me to die. As far as me being yanked backwards, I believe that was my guardian angel protecting my ass.
Wow.
I think so
No
too.
kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
God.
receive?
He's scared.
Did you receive what the fuck's job application?
Yes, I rejected that shit so hard.
And here's another question, and this is a good one from Horror Goddess. Did you ever ski again?
Oh yes, I've been skiing since I was 6 years old. I've been water skiing, snow skiing. I've even been sand skiing back when I was in the military. That's a lot of fun.
Wow. Hey, I actually have a third one that I recalled, but this one is actually pretty funny. You guys will actually have a big laugh out of this one.
So my
got
second story, this one is a little little creepier. This one is not so much demonic, but very creepy. Now, the backstory for this was about 5 or 6 years ago. I was a night janitor for an elementary school that's like maybe 10 minutes down the road from my house. It's Magnolia Lions Elementary. And so my first day, I'm meeting everybody. I'm meeting the principal, I'm meeting the other janitorial staff. And there's this little small old Mexican lady. And, me being Hispanic, I understand Spanish. So me and her were talking. And she's explaining to me that this school is cursed. And I'm like, okay, I'm interested. Tell me more. So she tells me that there are the spirits of a man and a woman, a husband and a wife, on the, I want to say, second grade wing in room 102, I think it was. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's just a long time ago. And at night, when you're not in that hallway, you can hear them screaming and shouting at each other and arguing. And once you go into that hallway and turn on the light, everything's quiet. She told me that you can also, at the excuse me, at the very end of your shift, when all the lights are out, all the doors are locked, you can hear the pitter-patter of multiple feet running down the hallways, and you can hear the laughter of little girls.
Nothing is creepier.
You draw any little kids into it. Yeah.
So, keeping this in mind, I'm like, okay, I've dealt with supernatural instances before, so I can handle it. So, the multiple instances of supernatural activity had occurred while I worked there. The first one being, I had started cleaning the second grade hallway. And I was about halfway down, and it was break time. So I go out, I sit on the picnic tables outside the second wing yard. So I'm out there in the yard. We're sitting at the table, and a whole bunch of us. And the room 102, where you can hear the arguing coming from, it's the second set of windows to the right. And so, I'm sitting there and I'm listening to my music, and I look up, and nobody else is inside the building. Nobody. All the doors are locked because we lock the doors when we go on break. So everybody's outside, and I'm the only one who has the keys. So I look up, and all of the windows in that room, it's as if somebody was placing their hands up against the glass. You can see the fingerprints, the palm impression, everything. You can see it. And the lights are flickering on and off. And I'm like, Maria, look. And so she looks, and this is not racist, I promise you, because you can ask any Mexican child that when their mother or grandmother sees something that scares them, they do this whole thing. Ay, Dios mío, and they do the whole cross thing.
Yeah.
She does that. She does that, and she starts praying, and the lights stop, and I go about cleaning the rest of the rooms. The second thing that happened, this was more of a scary occurrence. I had just finished cleaning the second grade hallway, and my process is unlock the doors, turn on the lights, clean it, turn off the lights, close the door, lock the door, move on to the next door. So I had cleaned that hallway. I was done, and I was on the next hallway. So I had turned off the lights to that hall and turned on the lights to the new hall. And I'm just opening the first door, and I hear this loud bang, this loud clatter, and I'm like, what was that? Maybe I left one of my brooms, or maybe I left the mop in a room in that hallway, and it fell down and made that noise. So I'm like, okay, so I go from room to room, checking, looking for everything. Now, before I left that hallway, room 102 had one desk with one of those plastic clear with the solid blue bottom pencil cases or crown cases, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it has one of those sitting on the desk, and I left it there sitting on the desk. I picked it up, I wiped the desk down, put it back down, left the room, started on my next hallway. So I'm going from room to room, checking all the rooms. I come to room 102. Now I walk in, and I'm looking around. I don't see anything. So I'm like, all right, it must be another room. So I shut off the lights, close the door, lock the door. Then I hear this loud bang right behind me. And I jump. I probably jump maybe 6 feet in the air. And I turn around and I'm looking in the door window and I'm like, I don't see anything. So I'm like, I don't want to, but I'm gonna. I unlock the door. I flipped on the light. Right next to the door was that pencil case laying upside down, propped up against the wall, as if somebody had grabbed it and thrown it at my head and it hit the wall.
Oh my God.
The wife was angry.
Whoa.
Wow.
Cat? I mean, if you can see, but I've got goosebumps right now.
Damn.
That
was
is
a
messed up.
very scary
Yes.
moment. And I had actually found out, and I think I had mentioned this maybe on one of the live streams maybe a couple of months ago. That school, I actually did some research, and it turns out that this school was built on a plot of land where there were multiple murders, and the bodies had been buried in the ground on that land, and they only recently found out. It was just before they had started building the school, so they went in, excavated, removed the bodies, and did a whole proper burial and whatnot. But the spirits must have remained. So what I had found out was that there was a man who killed his wife and killed his twin daughters on that plot of land and buried them. So that is why you hear the husband and wife arguing. And that is why you hear the laughter of two little girls, and you hear them running up and down the hallway.
Holy crap.
That's amazing.
Now imagine being a night janitor all alone in that side of the wing and hearing the laughter of two little girls and hearing them running up and down the hallway. That is a nope ticket to Nope Town to get the fuck out of here state.
Oh my God. All right now.
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
All right now.
Oh, I have something funny to share, like a third one, and involves crayons.
Crayon.
Yes, it does. It involves crayons. It's pretty funny.
Nobody ate the crayons, did they? I hope they didn't.
No, nothing like that.
Poor crayons. They were just murdered.
No. Oh, that's so much better.
Oh, amazing. What the fuck?
Anyway, this is so funny. What happened was, again, I was 15 at the time, and you know how moody teens get moody and all, and I decided to go to bed early. I pretty much had a bad day during that time, and I was trying to relax, clear my head, and I heard these footsteps, and they're kind of clicking a little bit, and I thought that was my dog, and my parents were not home at the time, and so the only way I can let you in is if I unlock the door. All the windows were locked and all, and we had a dog there, and I thought, oh, okay, I was wandering there, but my bedroom is connected to this bathroom. So I heard this entity go down the hall and walk through, actually open the bathroom door and then enter my room. afterwards. I was trying kind of hard to ignore it, but also I was not in the right state of mind. I was a little bit spooked, but also pretty irritable. And I heard breathing in the bedroom, kind of like heavy breathing a bit, and
Oh no.
I had this bucket of crayons near me, and I liked coloring. It was a secret guilty pleasure of mine during that time. So I had this bucket of crayons there, and I heard this thing kind of messing with the crayons a bit, and that triggered me. It's like, you can do whatever you want, just don't touch my fucking crayons. And I got pissed. And that's when I said, I just yelled like, whoever is in here, you get the F out. And I was all yelling at it. And I heard the crayons fall to the floor with a thump. And I was like, and I heard the breathing go panting. I said, you hear me? I said, get the F out. And I actually threw a pillow at it. I wasn't irrational. I didn't care what it was during that time. I just did it impulsively. And then I heard it pant even harder, run out my bedroom, go through the bathroom, go down the hall, and then I heard the front door slam open.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Really got out of there, didn't it?
And I checked, and I was all chasing after it. And that's when I saw the front door just completely slam right open.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I know, that was pretty funny, but also
Nobody
nobody
just don't touch her crayons.
Yeah,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Better leave her crayons alone or she's going to eat your head. I mean, what?
That's what I would do if somebody touched my food in general. Like, it was just.
I saw a meme the other night and I thought about you, Mary.
Oh, God. What was it?
It said, always carry a fork with you. And when somebody tries to grab your stuff, you take the fork out and say, thank you. You have volunteered to be my next meal. And I was like, okay, well, that is not where I thought that was going, but that was good. I thought it was going to take the fork out and stab them in the hand with it. But, you know.
Yeah, that was my first thought. That's what I'd probably do, but I guess it kind of.
Kind of reminds me of another
This is
meme I saw that
crazy.
says, I hunt badgers with a spoon.
As if badgers aren't scary enough. Oh.
Yeah, really. I'm reading this. Warrior Princess Dragon Kelchner said, I had one experience when I was asleep. I felt the weight of a cat on the back of my leg. I'm guessing that's after your cat had died.
Oh.
That makes me sad. Because, yes. Okay, I'm going to post the link again.
Okay. So, what did you guys think of that one? Pretty funny.
It is
Crazy.
It is crazy, and I'm not touching your crayons.
Yes. Suffer my wrath.
Nope. Not happening.
I'm gonna nope out that. Nope.
Although, as
No.
Joker, would you give people a warning? Do not touch James Saturdays crayons.
It would more likely be something along the lines of, touch these crowns at your own discretion. Those of you who lose fingers, digits, or heads are not responsible for management.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's too
And
funny.
see, I believe that happens. I truly believe that happens, that our animals that love us, that pass
Yes.
over, I
Yeah.
believe that they come and they visit us and they try to comfort us when they can. Just like our family members and our friends, I believe they visit us when we need them.
Mhm.
I was telling you that earlier, Banshee.
Yeah, yeah. And I was letting you know. I mean, just like Dragon was saying, that I've had that same experience after I had a cat bond. You know, when I was about 10 years old, we bonded. We had the zing, and through my period of going through puberty and all that fun stuff or whatever, I'm an only child. I was very attached to my cat. She knew everything about me. She was my best friend. I told her everything. She knew more about me than anyone did. By the time I was in my 20s, she got really bad. And while I was away babysitting for somebody, my parents ended up having to put her down because she started seizing and whatnot. And I was devastated. I was devastated. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, oh my God, she was my best friend. I loved her so much. And I just remember laying in my room and I was crying, and I felt something jump up on the bed. Now, we had other cats in the house, okay? But when you would look up, you would expect to see a physical cat there. There was no cat there. And this happened, you know, a few times where I could actually feel her jumping up on the bed and walking across the bed.
Bless you.
And it was like she was still there. I can't explain it. I don't know why it happens like that. It just happens, I guess.
Yeah, I think it does happen, and I truly believe it does.
Mhm.
Because, you know, there's too many stories of kid comes home and sees their cat and then finds out that mom and dad had to put the cat down during their school day or something like that. You know?
Right.
And yeah.
They do that on purpose to try to help you, you know, because
Yeah.
it's just going to be worse if you have to go through it. And I've gone through that, and I can't stand it. Can't stand it. It hurts. So
amazing. What the fuck? To answer your question, I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan.
My cousin was stationed over there. Were you Marines?
Navy.
Navy.
Wow.
I gotcha. Oh, of course, Navy.
Measured arms, military police.
Oh,
Awesome.
okay.
Oh. You know, my dad has had paranormal experiences when he was in the Navy.
Plotting to steal his soul might be a problem. There's a squirrel story on. There's a narrator that did a squirrel story. I thought my squirrel had the plague, but it seems like it's something worse. That's the name of the video. I can't remember the name of the narrator. But
anytime someone mentions squirrel, I can only think of Foamy the Squirrel. I don't care what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
I don't care what topic it is. I can only think of Foamy the Squirrel, and I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Foamy. That's where I got one of my nicknames. Jiggly, Jiggly. Yeah. I got Jiggly. Does my butt look fat? Jiggle, jiggle. I got that. Yeah, that's my nickname. Yes.
Jiggle, jiggle.
I'm gonna have to find that story and let you guys know what it was, but I can't think of who it was right now. But this has been fun. I know there's more of you with experiences. I know there is. PA said that he has to work or he'd be calling in. Hopefully, the next time we open this up, you all can share. More people can share.
Yes.
I wish we could get it to everybody. I tell you.
Yes, come join, scare our socks off, give us a good thrill.
Next week we're starting a new mini series. Well, I'm going to call it a mini series. Ben Shiva might not like me calling it a mini series. But it was her idea, actually.
Oh, is it what I think it is?
Yes.
Many of us love American Horror Story. How many of us know what is truth and what is fiction? We're gonna do a dive in, and we're gonna look at season 1,
Oh yes.
and we're
We're
gonna
gonna dissect it.
We're gonna
This is
dissect
gonna
it.
be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and we're gonna take you with us.
Oh yeah.
Slicing and dicing, my two favorite activities.
So,
so exciting.
Ben Sheba,
Yes.
when are you going to start the Randonautica thing?
You know, I've been thinking about myself on that, many times, and I've been wanting to do it, and things just been keeping coming up, and I haven't been able to start it. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to. I want to. I hope I have enough enough shit going on in my phone that I have enough memory to be able to do it, because I've got
I
a lot
hope
of
so
things
too.
going on right now. Because we're going up camping, hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers, up to the old homestead where there's paranormal activity, and we're going to spend the night there.
Cool.
And
I want to go to a colonial battlefield or a colonial cemetery, because I hear that those are chock full of spiritual encounters.
yes,
So see, that's why I'm sad that PA couldn't get in with us, because I know he's got 3 or 4 stories about Gettysburg, and As the Raven Dreams actually told some of his stories in one of his videos, and I'm not going to give it away, but
oh my god!
Amazing! What
there's a
the
story.
fuck? I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
He has.
Nice.
He has a story about a soldier in a tree when he was about 16, and
Oh wow!
it's. I listened to that twice, and I'm going, But let's see, Dame Saturday. I'm sure you got something wonderful coming out this week.
Oh yes, it's an SCP file, and it involves a simple little needle, and it does very interesting things. And you'll find out.
Nope. Nope.
Joker doesn't do needles.
I don't.
I do knives, but no needles.
Oh yes, but it involves a doll maker.
But yes, Bathsheba, I do believe Amazing What the Fuck has come onto something. You and a Daphne cosplayer. I'd pay to see that.
Oh my god!
My
hair's not
Bathsheba,
ready
I'll
to
be
do it.
your monster.
Oh my god!
You can unmask me
sending
anytime.
You're sending
This
package
today.
bacon sacrifices.
Nom, 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 nom.
Oh dear, don't wake up Patches.
If you're a cosplayer or an artist doing fan art of any kind, come share your pictures with us so that we can show them on the air. Send them to our weallscream.horrorhoneyz@gmail.com.
Can I scream for ice cream
Joker
too?
is amazing. Make Joker say, "Don't touch the squirrel's nuts."
Don't touch Foamy's nuts!
Oh my god!
Really? Pay $14
Thank you, Horror Honeyz.
just to have me say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, wow. That's the webpage, guys. It's going under
Ooh.
major renovations, but that's the webpage right now. That is amazing looking. Check it
That's
out.
party. That is so party. It's so party. I like it. It's party.
Oh yes, it is.
It is
It's
amazing.
so purty.
It's so party.
We
You
want to
got a
thank
power
all of
out.
you.
I was just thinking that. You sure do got a party mouth.
Oh my god, that was in my head
You,
too.
you smell like the inside of my mama's.
What's funny about that? What's funny about that is I've heard all of the quotes and everything, and even the banjo playing and everything for years and everything. And yeah, I had not seen the movie until about 8 months ago.
I still haven't seen it.
Did not know what that, and I have a family. I have my godmother's brother lives in West Virginia. Yeah, she'll tell you.
Dezombified.
Yeah. We want to thank the Z Horde, all our new listeners, the new lurkers that were here today. Want to thank Dezombified for allowing us this time and this platform.
Yes.
Please come join us next week. Like I said, we're doing American Horror Story.
Woo!
At 3 p.m. Eastern.
That's hot.
And yeah. And
so you want to join us for Bittersweet Dreams?
Yeah.
Ready.
1, 2, 3. Bittersweet
Dreams.
Bittersweet
Next time.
dreams.
On the